Hello, welcome to the Scottish Railway Maniac channel. Now, I've got a different sort of video today. I haven't done a video on a DeLorean in quite a while, so I thought that should change. So I went out and I bought this thing. So, let's get it in shot. Oh, you can just about see it. Yeah, that's crap actually. Hang on a sec, I'll pause it and I'll put it at a better angle. So what this is, obviously, is a Playmobil DeLorean, which is pretty cool. Now, I was looking, if anyone else here are DeLorean fanatics, you'll know about the DeLorean Fanatic Facebook page. And I saw someone had a picture of one of these models the other day, and I thought, Playmobil making Back to the Future stuff. It must be a custom model, whatever. So I went to Trago today in Newton Abbot, and I had a cheeky little look in the Playmobil aisle, and I actually saw this thing. So I couldn't walk out without it. So I had to, I had to buy it. So they had Marty's truck as well, the 4x4 Jeep, and some sort of clock tower advent calendar, but they were, an extra 30-40 quid. This thing was 39 quid, which I think, to be honest, is enough really by itself. So I'll probably buy the other ones a bit later on, maybe, because I am quite a Back to the Future fan, as you can probably tell. So, I've been told, so far from what I know, driving back in the car, I had a chat. Well, I wasn't driving when I had a chat, my mum was driving, but I had a chat with some folks on Facebook, and they said you actually have to build it, so it makes it a little bit more fun, I suppose. And it says 6+ on the box, so I don't think I should have a problem building it. I never used to play with Playmobil when I was a kid. I was more of a Lego man. Into my Lego man. Well, I wasn't a Lego man, but I was more of a Lego man, if that makes sense, rather than a Playmobil man. That's what I wanted. That's what I was getting at. Anyway, I'll shut up and I'll get this out the box and we can see what it's like. I think I'm going to need batteries, but yeah. Anyway, I'll get it out the box and I will join you back in a second. Right, that was a little bit of a fight, but I'm in. So turn the little light on, see if that's any better. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. So let's have a look in a bit more detail. Okay, we got there in the end. So this is obviously the main body. Let's have a little look inside. Oh, look at that. I mean, for a kid's toy. That's fairly detailed, isn't it? Look at that. The little flux capacitor and the little Christmas tree thing. So by the looks of it, there are some decals, some stickers. Not quite sure what the hell this is, but we'll work that out in a minute. So, and then there's lots of detail that I suppose you have to clip on. I don't expect you expect you to use knives and glue and stuff, because it is a kid's toy. So I'll try and put it together, and I will resume the video when I've got it a bit more together, and then once I've got it fully together, I'll look at everything. So yeah, bear with me for 5 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, so I followed the instructions, and this is the last piece to put on. So that's pretty cool. It's a bit loose, but I suppose it's designed to be removable easily, isn't it? So it's 8 pages of instructions. So that they were, I've got OCD, so it took me quite a while to build it because I had to get the stickers right. I'm still not done yet. I've got the plutonium case to do, but the car is done. So I'm sure quite a few children and parents have had the issue of oh, you know, the tyres aren't right size, it's not sitting equally. Well, if you're a DeLorean enthusiast, you'll know that the tyres on a DeLorean, or the wheels on a DeLorean, are actually slightly bigger at the back than they are at the front. And I was fairly surprised, because the Playmobil DeLorean here, they've actually modelled that right. So you have got a bigger wheel at the back and a smaller wheel at the front. I'll actually go and get my Auto Art DeLorean, because you know, this thing, it's not as to scale as the Auto Art one, so I'll go and get that, and I'll show you that quickly now. Yeah, so if you look, you've got the wheel at the front, and then the wheel at the back, which is actually slightly bigger. So you can kind of get a sense of how it would look, and they've replicated that on the Playmobil, which is actually quite nice to see. So I'm going to crack on with the rest of the building. I still haven't figured out what this thing is yet, but I'm sure I will. And get the figures out, and then I'll show you the box actually, because I didn't do that earlier. So I'll crack on with that, and then I will catch you in another few seconds. Okay, and that's everything done. So it's taken me a good hour and a half. Just because of the stickers, you know, I've got OCD, so I like to get them exact. But here it is. It's obviously like Lego. Like I say, I've never used Playmobil before, but like Lego, it comes with spare bits. I think they are supposed to be plutonium, and there's one in the back here. But it comes with quite a few accessories. You've got Einstein, and that's quite cool because it's got the little stopwatch. I just noticed that. I didn't see it at first, but it was quite cool. And then you've got Marty's skateboard and the hang on, what's the name? What's the actual name? JVC. JVC, isn't it? You've got the JVC camcorder, which, believe it or not, I actually owned a black version exactly like this once. And you've got the plutonium box. It's a little bit flimsy, but it is a child's toy, so you know you have to remember. And it took, on the instructions, it took 2 AAA batteries. I haven't actually turned the switch on yet to see what they do, so I'll do that now. Oh, so it lights up. That's really cool. You can see the little flux capacitor in there. That's really cool. Yeah, I like that. Turn that off. Oh, so if you press it again, it's just constant light. Okay, that's really cool. I probably will end up displaying it without the batteries in, because, you know, 9 times out of 10, if you leave something on a shelf for too long with batteries in it, they tend to leak. So I'll probably take the batteries out. But I wanted to show you the detail on these figures as well. Now, I think Playmobil, obviously it's a children's toy, but I think they have thought about the collectors here too. So they've got the little pouch that Doc keeps his tools in, and the little remote, and that's really well detailed. It's upside down, and then he's got his 2 watches and the little thing that he has around his neck in the movie. I honestly forget all the stuff that Doc's got in the first film. It's just, you know, bits of electronic and clocks and everything. Just trying to get it a bit more straight. There we go, that'll do. So yeah, really, really nicely detailed. I really like the hair on Doc as well, it's brilliant. And the eyebrows. Yeah, really, really well detailed. Like I say, they've definitely thought of the collectors. And then you've got Marty, and he even has his cuffs, his jacket cuffs. They're separate pieces that you have to put on. But I was really impressed with Marty. A bit more impressed with Doc because of all the extra details, but they're both really great. So I'm going to sit them in the car in a minute and see how it looks. But that's everything you get with it. Stick the hook back on. So I had a little bit of time while building this to do some research, and they apparently are going to be doing the parts to make this the Back to the Future 3 DeLorean. So I believe you get the bonnet box thing and the 1950s wheels. What's going on with this camera? Exposure and focus are locked. I don't know what that means. You get the 1950s wheels and the plutonium, not the Mr. Fusion at the back. That would be really cool, so I might have to invest in that. Don't take me the wrong way, I'm not going to become a Playmobil collector. I just bought this because it's pretty damn cool. And I wanted to show you also this Lego DeLorean that is now very rare and almost hardly unobtainable for a stupid amount of money. But this I bought new at Tesco when the first week it was out, and it cost me £35. If you can find one cheaper than £100 nowadays, then, you know, wow, yeah. But just a little comparison there. So the Playmobil is not only more accurate, it's you know, more detailed, and I mean, you've got a nice little detail of the flux capacitor in there. They're both lovely models, but I do think I prefer this Playmobil one. So let's get the figures in the car and see how it looks. Right, change of plan. The figures don't want to fit in the car, and I don't really want to break it because, well, I don't expect it's easy to break because it is a children's toy, but, you know. Oh, it was doing the flashy, and now it's not. What's going on with that then? What's going on with that? Oh, I'm playing around with the camera now. I didn't know you could do that. Put that back to 0. Yeah, there we go. So for some reason that's turned off. I wonder if I press it again it will... Yeah, so it just does some sort of cycle thing, obviously. But yeah, really quite impressed with this, and for a kid's toy it's pretty damn accurate, I've got to say. You've got... Oh, that's not good, is it? There we go. You've got the DeLorean logo, so they must have got some form of licensing for it, which is pretty cool. And on the bumper, you also have the DeLorean logo, which I can confirm is accurate as well to the real car. And it would be lovely if this camera focused. There we go. So it's pretty detailed for a kid's toy. It really is. It really is. And I'm quite impressed with that. So I said we'd have a little look at the box. So let's move this aside. Move all the little accessories. And yeah, just about there. I do like this. This is really cool. Because I had one like this. Like I say, I had the black version, and it was a JVC something or other. Don't remember the specific name of it, but it was JVC. I'll give you a little shot of the remote as well, because it was upside down when I showed you. Yeah, really accurate. Yeah, someone's really been to town on doing the research and stuff for this thing. So I've shown you the book already, so you don't need to see that, that's boring. What you do want to see is the box. So you've got the box, and it's showing you what the wheels fold in. I haven't shown you that yet, but the wheels do fold in. They're a bit of a bitch to do, so I probably won't show that, because again, I don't really want to damage it. But there you go, you see what I paid for it. Bit of a, well, quite a lot of money, but you know, I suppose it's licensed, so they have to put a bit of a price on it. And then you got the picture of Marty there, and the picture of the dock, which is really cool. What have we got on the bottom of the box? There's an inventory. What is going on with this camera? Let me try and fix this a sec. Right, sorry about that. So you've got figures there. The thing that goes around Doc's neck. I didn't know what it was, but it goes around his neck. You've got his little satchel thing with the tools in it, and the plutonium box, and then you've got Einstein, the camera, the 1955 rod, electric power rod, the skateboard, the 3 things of plutonium in the remote, and of course the car. So that's pretty cool. Tells you what kind of batteries you need to use. I found some AAAs luckily, so I was able to put them in. Not much on this side, just the licenses and Facebook details and YouTube. But on the back there is a little bit of a picture. So you've got the inside of the car with the time circuits and the steering wheel and the gear stick and the time circuits display. And then you've got inside of the view of the inside of the car, view of the back of the car there, and you got the dock, putting some plutonium in, and the on and off switch. So yeah, and then it looks like you get some sort of that's the 1950s versions. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna go out and buy a load of Playmobil just because it's Back to the Future, but it kind of I've never used, like I say, never used Playmobil before, but if it's Back to the Future stuff, you know, that's the coolest movie in the world. So you know, so yeah, I'm honestly really impressed with this. For a children's toy, it's extremely detailed. If you are a DeLorean fan, this is definitely a must-have. If you're a Back to the Future fan, this is definitely a must-have. I'd say more so a Back to the Future fan, but because it is obviously Back to the Future, but a DeLorean fan in general, it's just nice to have multiple models of DeLoreans. I know I've shown you the auto art, but let me show you my other one quickly. So this is the rare Welly 1/24 scale DMC-12. Now the Back to the Future versions Welly also do, and they are a lot more common. You can find them. This is the only one of these I've ever seen on eBay, and it cost me 40 quid, and I've never even had it out of the box. And then you've got the Sunstar one there, looking a bit dusty. That was in the box, but once I got my auto art one, I took this one out of the box, and it's unfortunately been a bit replaced by the auto art one. And then the pièce de résistance, the real DeLorean mirror, and I know it's genuine because I contacted DMC Texas, and I don't know if you can, so the part number just underneath the grabby bit there, you can see, what is that, 1227736. I contacted DMC and they sent me a picture of a mirror that they pulled out of a car for me, and the number was exactly the same. So, and this cost me 22 quid on eBay, so yeah, just sort that out in a bit. But yeah, so a bit of a DeLorean nut. Let's have one last look at the Playmobil thing and I will end the video. Okay, thanks for watching. Sorry it's been a bit long, but you know, I've enjoyed making it, so I hope you've enjoyed watching it. So thanks very much, and I will try and do a few more DeLorean related videos in the future, because you know, I haven't done any for a year or so, but it's normally trained that I do. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again on the channel soon. Take care.